Now let's look at a curriculum that overlaps with what a realist would say. So the realist philosophy has some similarities with another philosophy, which is essentialism. And it simply comes from the fact of believing what is essential. The realist will ask what is real. The essentialist asks what is essential, what is needed. And that is what brings about the similarity between these two philosophies. So teach the common core. Again, what the realists say also, the basic things need to be taught, the basics of language, science, math, etc. And the essentialists are also saying the same thing, teach the common core. It's common. It should be taught in all schools, in all classes where this realistic or essentialist curriculum is being followed. The basics of information and skills, which is cultural heritage. That's how you promote culture. A child learns his mother tongue first. That's a basis of cultural heritage. If the child did not learn the mother tongue, he or she would be at a loss. Now, when this child who has learned the mother tongue and learned things through the mother tongue comes to school and is expected to learn English or Urdu or some other language, the child faces problems initially. Cultural heritage is lost when you put the child through another language. So cultural heritage is seen as important by essentialists. Essentialists believe that cultural heritage has to be passed on to the next generation, and it begins with language the child learns at home. Needed for citizenship. We want good citizens, and in a cultural setting, citizenship in Pakistan is different from citizenship in the United Kingdom, for example, and therefore cultural heritage is different. We behave differently, we act differently, our traditions are different, our customs are different, and we learn that through cultural transmission, through language one, which is our mother tongue. The curriculum, according to the essentialists, can change slowly. For the realists, it doesn't change. For the essentialists, it can change, but it can change slowly. So change takes time. You cannot suddenly bring about a random, abrupt change in the curriculum or the teaching methods or the textbook or the testing or whatever else we do in our classrooms. For an essentialist to buy into change, it must happen slowly. Really, it kind of creeps in without the essentialist even realizing a change has actually happened. Because over time, slowly, when things happen, I'm sure the essentialist teacher would not have a problem with computers or laptops or smartphones in classrooms. That change has happened. We've seen it over the past decade at least. It's coming into our classrooms as a nuisance, as a hindrance to good teaching. But if we can buy in that change and make it work constructively for us, the essentialist teacher would be willing to make that change in his or her classroom. The following are proponents of the essentialist approach to teaching: William Bagley, Arthur Bester, E.D. Hirsch, Chester Finn, Diane Ravish, and Theodore Sizer. These are some of the people you can read up on your own and find out what they professed, how they developed their theory or philosophy to essentialist teaching and education, why they did it, why they believe in essentialism. See, when you believe in a philosophy, you want others to follow in your footsteps. And the why then becomes the essential question to answer. So I would actually recommend strongly that in your free time you visit a library, find the works of these people, or even today with the digital world, just get an online access, go to a search engine and find out how these people have contributed to their respective philosophies.